many of us know him here, Joe Seeman. He's a tireless activist and peace movement organizer. Joe Seeman, come up and say a few words, please.
I don't know, I feel tired. I guess I'm tired. It's a tough act to follow to actually talk prose after poetry. Thanks everybody for being part of this today. And thanks everybody for being part of this movement, which is a lot more than today. We're talking about some basic reforms, about trying to get corporate money out of the political system. We want to overturn the Supreme Court decisions, the Supreme Court decision on Citizens United that said corporations can spend an unlimited amount of money to influence elections. We want Fair Elections Act, public funding of elections, so that people can run for office without having to take bribes. Pretty common sense, right? We want lobbyist reform. We want to get rid of the revolving door. We've got people who work for government one day, work as lobbyists the next day, back in government, back as lobbyists. That's not right. So we've got some real simple basic reforms, and our job in the near future is to make these issues. We're talking about democracy versus corruption. We're talking about fairness and reform. We want to make these issues the issues that are talked about in the fall elections. Do we want these elections to be about whether they build a mosque in Lower Manhattan? No! Okay. Do we want this election to be about some other stupid, can I say bullshit here? Oh, I just did, okay. We want the elections to be about the underlying problems that prevent us from having a functioning democracy. So we're going to be doing a lot of work over the next few months, and when I say we, I mean all of us here, and plenty of us who aren't here, our friends, our colleagues, members of our groups. We need to join in. Right there's a table, and if you haven't signed your name, please sign your name at the table. There's a little sheet of paper, maybe Fred can hold it up, Fred, the little thin one, right there, and that's got an announcement about a follow-up meeting, which is 1 week from today, August 17th, at 5:30, we're having a follow-up meeting on Wolf Road at Panera Cafe, 65 Wolf Road. So, as Kara said, and I think as a lot of us have said, this is just a start. We've got a lot of work to do. I know that we have some elected officials, we have some candidates here. There's some important elections going on. For example, there's one person who's been talking about fair elections more than anybody I know. Been talking about campaign finance reform and fair elections. He's been working with Citizen Action for many years, and he's running for assembly. His name is B.K. Karamati. Could you wave your hand? So we've got a lot of work to do. We've got campaigns to work on, and whatever campaign you're working on or not, we want this issue, cleaning up corruption, to be the main issue in the next few months in this campaign. We're going to be following Congress and congressional candidates. Wherever they go in the capital region, we're going to be there. And we know that some candidates, some elected officials have supported this campaign. We've heard a statement from Congressman Tonko. We heard a statement from Congressman Murphy. And we know they support reform. They support cleaning up this corruption. There are some other elected officials we haven't heard from. So we're going to be there wherever they are, and we're going to keep repeating this message. Clean up corruption. Repeat after me. Clean up corruption. Clean up corruption. Clean up corruption. It's a real mess. We need to get that corrupt corporate money out, and it's only going to happen if each one of us gets involved. So please, whatever you do before you leave, sign up. Take a little piece of paper about our next meeting. Fred will help you. Wave, Fred. Okay? We've got a lot of people who worked real hard to organize this rally, and we're going to have other rallies and other events. We're going to keep on doing this. So again, thank you everybody. I want everybody to give ourselves a hand of applause. Okay, one more couple questions here. Anybody here, and you can be honest, anybody here is a billionaire? About if you are, we won't pick your pocket. Anybody here a millionaire? No. Not even a lousy millionaire here? Okay. Nobody here can afford to pay a corporate lobbyist, right? That 1 or 2% of the population can afford a corporate lobbyist, maybe it's even smaller than that. We're not them. We are the other 98%. So remember who you are. Remember whose side you're on. Remember when Fox News or AM radio or the New York Post tells you the blame is these evil socialists or the Muslims or the Mexican immigrants or whoever they're scapegoating. Remember, that's a bunch of bullshit. I just said it again. And remember, the real problem is the corruption of corporate money. So everybody keep up the fight. Thank you.